Welcome on la chaîne Géopolitique. As every day we will tackle geopolitical news. So if you like any geopolitical news, you are more than welcome to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button. And if you like my video, please you can click on like, and I will be more than happy just to respond to all your comments that you may have. So today we will talk about upcoming major geopolitical events. Perhaps this week, coup d'etat could occur in Myanmar. At least the military institution has loomed that a coup d'etat could occur due to the fact that massive fraud is a term that has been employed by the military institution has occurred during the last parliamentary election in November, which was won by a landslide by the party from Aung San Suu Kyi, the NLD party. So we will now see whether we will try to comment during this video whether such event could occur, or it is just a tentative by actually military to try to test the reaction of the international world. We will discuss all those issues during this video. So just to remind you, at the very first, I would like also to remind you about also the historical background of Myanmar, which gained independence in 1957 from the United Kingdom. And then it was ruled by the father of Aung San Suu Kyi till 1962. At that time, military, it was the first coup, seized power. And again, another coup occurred in 1988 when the constitution was revoked by the military. And till 2011, they controlled the country, where they decided in 2011 to hand over power to civilians. So since 2011, civilians are ruling the country, and since 2015, it is Aung San Suu Kyi who is the prime minister. And I remind you that she has been she's a Nobel Prize, which she was awarded in 1990 for her efforts to bring peace and democracy in Myanmar. But since then, since she has taken power, things are not so peaceful in Myanmar. In August 2017, it has been ordered to deport the Muslim minority Rohingya from Myanmar to Bangladesh. And so the Myanmar state has been indicted, has been accused of leading, I quote the International Court of Justice, a genocide against this minority. So we see that it's not entirely clear, it remains unclear who ordered the deportation of this Muslim minority of Rohingya, which are, I just also remind you, stateless. They don't, even though they live since generation in Myanmar, they don't have any passport. They have been, due to a 1982 law, which deprives this minority of being citizen of Myanmar. So currently, let's say it's not clear yet who has ordered such deportation, whether it has been from the civilian, from Aung San Suu Kyi, or from military, or from both. So things are unclear. So probably it remains to be seen whether the military wants to get also some immunity, let's say, from prosecution from the International Court of Justice, because, as I said, there is an ongoing trial against the state of Myanmar. And as you know, if you are head of state, you are covered by a diplomatic immunity from the Vienna Convention from 1963. So it's possible that the military try actually to get, let's say, the immunity of head of state in order not to be prosecuted. So it could be one of the reasons why this institution has declared this week that they will take power or won't. That's exactly how it has been declared by the military spokesman. Even the, let's say, the current army chief of Myanmar said that it's necessary, that's the word that he used, to to repeal the constitution. So we see that there is clearly a possibility that the military take power this week or over the next days in Myanmar. Tomorrow, the Myanmar parliament will be convened, and it's possible that many, let's say, supporters of military regime will take the street of Yangon and other street of Myanmar to support, let's say, the military. You have also to be aware of the fact that hardline monk support military. They are fiercely national support fiercely the nationalistic policies that has been led over the last year by Myanmar, and they support very steadily the military institution. So now it will be very interesting to follow up the next event, due to the fact that the Electoral Commission has denied that any fraud has occurred. At the same time, the military institution did not elaborate which fraud they are referring to. They are talking about 10 million cases of voter fraud during the last election, but I mean, behind this figure, I mean, no proof has been brought. So it remains to be seen how this showdown between the military institution, the military arms chief from Myanmar, and the Electoral Commission will result in. What will be, and if a military coup happens, what will be the reaction of the international community? We have already heard many voices alerting about such possibility, and the looming of new international sanctions against Myanmar are on the table. I recall also there has been already some ongoing sanctions against Myanmar. For example, any businesses cannot trade with any companies who are linked with a military institution in Myanmar. So we will see, so probably those new sanctions could have a devastating impact on the Myanmar economy. We will follow on this channel this very high-stake week in Myanmar, and whether a coup d'etat or not will occur.